Super Nintendo World, a location in which your virtual childhood becomes a full-on reality, because everyone has played Mario at some point in their lives. While Universal Studios Japan has created probably the most creative, interactive, and detailed park area you've ever seen, even down to the coin spin, you will need to be fully prepared in order to experience a full-on immersion. These 7 tips will take your experience from "that was nice but tiring" to "did I just become Mario himself?" After this video, you'll not only have the tips to skip those long lines, but also understand the ins and outs of the world to get the full-on experience. This is without a doubt the one final video that will tell you all you need to know about enjoying your mesmerizing one-day trip to Super Nintendo World. So let's get into our tips, and grab your cape because you're about to be blown away. Now, let's start with the easiest tip. Go on a weekday. This one is easy. Anyone who goes to any theme park at any point in their lives knows that the weekends are miserable, full of long lines, wait times, and overcrowdedness. It might make a trip to the park total only 3 rides and a meal. Well, USJ is no different. With over 30,000 people entering the park on weekends, and Super Nintendo World being the newest attraction, lines could become longer than 2 hours of waiting. Just know that Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday on average bring in 15,000 people, much more reasonable than the 30,000 that usually come on Saturday and Sunday. And if this was the only tip you followed, I think your day would be fine. But we want the ultimate trip. So, tip 2, buy the Express Pass early. Now, USJ, similar to Disneyland, has something called the Express Pass. Simply, it's a pass that allows you to skip the lines of a specific ride one time. There's a catch though, a few actually. Catch 1, there's a lot of Express Passes. Each have different rides listed. Make sure you buy the one with Mario Kart and Yoshi Adventure listed. Catch 2, it's only one-time use for each ride. So, unlike other fast passes at other theme parks where it's all day and every ride, this is just a one-time use. So choose the time wisely. And catch 3, the prices for the Super Nintendo World rides, inclusive passes, start at a cost of $100. That's right, I said starts at. Entrance to the park is $84. Adding an Express Pass for $100 more seems excessive, and that's just the start of it. If you wait until the last minute, or if the park is estimated to be crowded, then the price will rise. The day we went, the price went to $270 additional, thus making us choose to not even get the Express Pass. But all is not lost if you don't get the Express Pass. In fact, I have an ultimate tip at the end of this video that destroys this pass. To summarize this tip though, if you want to have that relaxation of not rushing and you have kids, get the pass early. Otherwise, tip 3, try to get to the area before area passes are needed. Now, what does area passes mean exactly? Area passes are essentially your way of reserving a spot in the park at a specific location, usually given out for locations that get super crowded or populated. Think of them like those Disneyland ride passes, minus the ride. Now usually every morning USJ opens up, and it's open for all. Super Nintendo World often gets overcrowded within the first few minutes, but if you can get lucky, run over, you can sneak in. Now why would this be a tip? Because tip 4 is grab an area pass immediately. See, tip 3 allows you to go to Super Nintendo World twice. The area anyways. This is something that's good for people who want to see the area, go around the other areas of the park, and then come back later with an area pass. Not the absolute necessary thing to do, but when the park looks this good, you want to have all the opportunities to go back when you can. Regardless, let's get into this area pass thing a little more in depth now, because some of us can't get in before an area pass is needed. That's right, we also did not succeed in our attempt at tip 3, but yet again, all is not lost. We had an absolute blast, and this is why. In order to grab an area pass, you need the USJ app. Make sure your tickets are scanned into the app and simply go to the area listed Super Nintendo World. There should be a listing of times to enter the area. Reserve one of the times and simply wait to go in. We reserved for 9 a.m. because we couldn't see any other times listed, but rest assured, they show up throughout the day, so be patient. Once you reserve, you can explore the rest of the park until it's your time to go in. Now, one note, you can only do this once, so make sure you plan accordingly. Once you go in, you should not plan on leaving until you absolutely wanted to say goodbye to Mario. Being that this is the process, they aren't actually kicking you out, so it only gets more and more crowded throughout the day. So my suggestion to you is to reserve an early pass so that you can get in before the crowd continues to pile in. Now with all these tips out the way, let's get into the juicy stuff. Tip 5. Buy the power-up band. When you enter Super Nintendo World, you have the option to buy this band that will allow you to interact with blocks, games, and enemies, at a cost though. $40 to be exact. That seems a bit steep for a theme park, but hear me out. Buy the band. It's literally a real-life video game and can be used for future trips. Now, your whole group doesn't need to buy the band. In fact, no one does. But I think the real beauty of this park is within the band. You might know about the blocks that you get to interact with, that's cool, or the enemies you get to defeat, also cool, or even the keys you need to obtain in order to enter Bowser's Castle. Yeah, Bowser's Castle is hidden behind the paywall that is the band, but the next part is what makes up for it. You can take the band, connect it to your app, and collect stamps, keys, coins, find hidden items, and compete with others on the leaderboard daily. Honestly, the mini games that you can play and the hidden amount of items and stamps takes this theme park location and makes it into a virtual reality gaming station. You literally will forget you are at USJ and you will become one with the theme park itself. But alas, you are at a theme park and you do need to eat. And Nintendo World really only has one location to eat. So plan ahead and follow tip 6, which is have one person line up for food and the rest of you can do whatever you want to do until they get to the front of the line. Sounds simple enough. Let me explain a little more. Now, the line is going to be long, like an hour of waiting. But there is a quick trick. It's simply having one person line up, and unlike other parks where cutting to catch up to your friend, it makes you feel like a terrible person who is breaking all the rules, you can simply go walk to the exit, which is on the right side of the entrance, and walk around to meet up with your friend. Easy as that. And don't worry, if you really like jumping over gates and cutting people, you can also do that too, because that's exactly what we did. That's 6 tips completed and one more to go. Are you ready? Buckle up, because it's the most important tip and it's not going to be something lame like have fun or enjoy the rides. This is a real tip. The final tip. Ride Mario Kart single rider. Let me repeat that. Ride Mario Kart single rider. Let me explain. Mario Kart, the ride, is a must-go for the full-on experience. It's a virtual reality racing ride in which you score points by turning your wheel and hitting enemies with your shells. A fun and competitive ride. Now, it's understandable if you want to ride with your friends to compete against each other, and honestly, that's why you play the game. But because it's VR, you don't really have to interact or see your other competitors. But even more, the wait time for this ride is upwards of more than 2 hours. When we were here, the wait was 110 minutes. The broken method to get through this Mario Kart ride is to just take single rider. It takes 30 minutes, and unlike the other line, which for a group is 110 minutes, you can do this 4 times. So we just bypass the line and go all the way to the front. You can ride this ride 4 times in the span of the wait of the regular line. And the best part? You can still compete with your friends by comparing scores and checking out the stamps obtained on the app. By far the most fun we had, and even more so if you get lucky, you can ride together sometimes. Just note, we didn't know how to play the ride the first time because when you go single rider, you skip the long line and go directly to the front right past the explanation of the ride. So we went again. It's literally the best thing you could do. So these are my 7 tips to enjoy Super Nintendo World. If you found any of these helpful, please hit the like button. That'll let me know that I was able to help you out, which would be absolutely amazing. If you enjoyed the visuals or are really excited to go to Nintendo World, let me know in the comments below. Also, if you have any questions, let me know and I'll try to answer them all as soon as possible. If you want more videos like this, let me know what tips about Japan you would like to see and I'll pick one for a future video. With all that being said, have a wonderful day, and until next time, it's me, Mario!